So here's the video that you guys have been waiting for. I had the very unique opportunity to speak with Joe Exotic himself, straight from jail in Oklahoma. For those of you who don't know, Joe Exotic is a very controversial figure in the exotic animal world. He is basically a gay polygamist, country singer, zoo owner who has run for the gubernatorial race and also the presidential race in 2015. And yes, in case you're wondering, this is the same individual that has his own line of Tiger King men's underwear and condoms. Of course, both these races were unsuccessful, but he still managed to get a lot of media attention in the process, bringing a lot of attention to the exotic animal world and how we are perceived by the general public. Once again, Joe made headlines tragically in 2016 with the accidental death of his husband, Travis. Now, there's a lot of speculation as to the death of Travis, but we have several first-hand accounts that what happened to Travis was 100% an accident. He was playing with a gun when he accidentally shot himself, killing himself instantly. Then later on in 2018, of course, Joe has made national headlines once again with being implicated in a murder for hire scheme where he allegedly paid an undercover FBI agent $3,000. Now to date, Joe Exotic maintains his innocence. He is convinced that his ex-partner, Jeff Lowe, is involved in a scheme to shut down his zoo and take over all of Joe's assets. So what I'm going to do is I am going to play the whole call for you as close as possible to its original format. I am going to edit it down a little bit for time, but I really want you guys to see what it was Joe was saying, and I want you to hear it from his own words. So what you're about to see is a worldwide exclusive from Urban Jungles Radio. Enjoy.
Danny.
Joe, my brother, how are you?
What the fuck, man?
Man, I can't even begin. I'm just completely floored by everything that has happened, and I need to hear it from you, man. What is happening?
It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
It's absurd.
This is what you call government kidnapping at its finest. Because you are arrested from a grand jury indicting you that only heard one side of the story. And then the federal government has the authority to deny you bond. You know, you either get ROR bond or you get no bond.
Well, I mean, Joe, like seriously, what the hell has happened since we've last talked to you? I mean, I think the starting point would be explaining your relationship at this point with Jeff and how he came into the picture, because we know you as Joe Exotic, we know you at GW, and we know that that's been you forever, and you've recently taken him on as a partner or something. I don't know, clear it up for us.
Well, in 2015, you know, I got a phone call from a reporter, you know, saying that he claimed that he had cats in Woodwood, Oklahoma, and cats in Colorado. And the only time I'd ever met the guy was he bought a baby gelato from me. And he was looking at buying a place out in Colorado. Okay, well, you know, and that was all bullshit. So, you know, I started following him on Facebook. He had pictures of mansions and Ferraris and all this bullshit, pretending to be this really rich guy. Okay, well, me and Travis got married, you know, September the 3rd of 2015 legally.
Right.
And he flew me and Travis out to his place in Colorado for a honeymoon. We went skydiving, hung out for a few days. Yes, he had this gigantic fucking house, and he had a Ferrari and a Hummer, flashing money around, and in the process of supposedly buying or investing in that sanctuary out there in Colorado, we came home, and he flew us back out there again for Halloween, for a Halloween party. You know, at that point was when I went through all of the medical issues, you know, with my organs quitting and finding out that I had these two diseases, and wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not, you know. So, yeah, he talked me into letting him more or less become a partner in case something happened to me. He had the money to carry on the zoo, blah, 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 blah. And Joe was stupid enough to put his name on the land as 50% owner with my mom. So I talked my mom into putting him on so he could carry on the zoo if I didn't make it through all of the illnesses. And I mean, goddamn, if that big mansion wasn't rented and the Ferrari wasn't paid for, it ended up getting repossessed, and it was too late because he already had his name on the land.
So needless to say, I'm assuming after you found this out, the relationship started to fall apart pretty quickly.
Yeah, because, my husband accidentally shot himself October 6th of 2015, and immediately, 2017, and immediately after that is when he started setting me up for this, because my mind wasn't right. All I could think about was him killing myself. In November of 2016, I can talk a little bit about what we revealed in court, but I can't really talk about the case itself.
Sure.
But at my first bond hearing, it did come out in court that him and James Garrison had a meeting at a steakhouse in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and had Carol Baskin on the telephone planning this whole setup. In 2016, right after I kind of had an idea of what he was like, in March of 2016, I tried to quit. I came back several times from trips, tried to quit. Well, they have a very sneaky way of blackmailing you, because they just sneak you involved in all this criminal bullshit that he's up to. And some of the stuff that I can tell you is, he even has this poor little old lady in Wynnewood, Oklahoma, involved in making fake Prince clothes, okay? Because he got sued by Prince.
Prince the artist.
Yes. Okay? So he uses that lawsuit to authenticate clothes and jewelry and sunglasses and stuff like that. And then he's got a cop there in Garvin County that runs a front for him and makes sure, checks his warrants and checks his stuff to make sure, it's not stolen before he sells it, blah, blah, blah. And then the cop's wife notarizes these fake certificates of authenticity.
Wow.
And then they sell the stuff online, okay, from the zoo to people thinking that it's original Prince clothes and stuff like that. And his wife will sit there in the office of the zoo on eBay and buy sunglasses that look like Prince's original sunglasses for $5 and turn around and sell them for $500.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's just one of many scams this man is up to.
So more directly towards you now, I've heard some things about some possibilities of them actually trying to stage attacks on you at the zoo. For instance, trying to have the animals turn against you. Are you able to elaborate on that at all? I have video footage and I have screenshots of where they claim to have put cologne on my shoes before I went into the cages with the cats. And we have one episode on videotape where the Ligers actually grabbed my shoes and drug me clear across the entire cage. What?
I had to fire my gun 3 times to get them to let go. And I'm talking, Danny, split seconds before another tiger come up behind me and got me by the back of the neck. I stood up.
And this is not normal behavior from the tigers, right? This is probably because of the fact that somebody had messed with your shoes in the process?
Put cologne on my shoes, yes.
Wow.
Okay, and then we have screenshots where he admitted one day, and this was a horrible day for me because I don't do drugs. I was taking CBD oil for one of the diseases that I have.
Sure.
And I would open up like an amoxicillin pill and dump the medicine out and put the CBD oil in the pill because it tastes like shit,
Right.
So what he done was he took the pills and replaced it with hash oil.
Wow. That's illegal.
And let me walk in the cage, dude, with 16 tigers to do a show, and that hash oil hit me in the middle of that show.
What? Oh my God.
Danny, dude, it got so bad that I was standing there crying. I was stuck in this big ball, that's above a dance floor, and my lips were dry, and I was vomiting profusely, and I got out of the cage, and they literally called it the Poison Control Center. It was that bad.
Wow, that's crazy.
All because he was on my life insurance policies.
And this is obviously a clear attempt on your life.
Right, but at what point is the same authorities that are believing his bullshit about this murder for hire is going to see the evidence where he admitted to switching my drugs, and with illegal drugs for attempted murder and shit. So at some point, somebody's got to open their eyes that this is all bullshit, and the real perpetrator is still out there dismantling a zoo.
Well, what do you want people to know about the actual allegations about this whole murder for hire thing? If you can elaborate on it.
Just like I told all the other news reporters. Me and Carol had fought for years. We fought in court for years. I went to her place and I took 2 tours. I paid to take her tours. I paid to fly over her sanctuary with a helicopter to see where the hell the 150 tigers were. I went down there for a rally and a convention. I have never, other than my big mouth on my television show to get viewers, because you know what monetization on YouTube is about. It's
right.
about getting viewers and getting paid. Okay, so I've got a big mouth. I've said a few things. I've done a few stupid skits on my YouTube channel, but I have never threatened her life. And just like I told all the other reporters, if I did, and I'm accused of hiring a $3,000 hitman, don't you think I'd have done that before I spent $750,000 in court?
Sure.
Now I'm accused of killing my tigers and all this other bullshit. It will all come out in the wash. I have 3 telephones full of text messages to prove my innocence and prove my case. I have to jump through the judicial system hoops now in order to see a jury. Being in America and being innocent until proven guilty, that is far from true. As you know right now, I'm incarcerated. I'm still supposed to be innocent, and it's costing you $1 a minute to even talk to you.
Right.
We have to buy our own salt, pepper, ketchup, mayonnaise, everything. You don't get anything free in jail. This is all about the government making money on American citizens by incarcerating you. Because if it wasn't, they'd have me out on bond. The excuse they used to not let me out on bond is I was a danger to myself.
Right.
If a danger to myself, they couldn't come up with me fleeing. They couldn't come up with me being a danger to the community, so they had to come up with me being a danger to myself. They want to prosecute me and keep me in jail so I can spend more money so bad that they wouldn't even let somebody kill themselves not to go to trial. That's how desperate they are. Now, I can tell you about the conditions inside one of these places, Danny. It's nothing like television, okay? I'm licensed by the United States Department of Agriculture under the Animal Welfare Act in order to take care of my animals. What they have human beings living in here with feces and urine dried on the walls and blood on the floor, drinking out of a sink that's attached to a toilet that a dozen people piss and shit in every day, and no ventilation, black mold on the ceilings. You would not pass the Animal Welfare Act for a chimpanzee to live in this shit.
Is that your everyday condition, Joe? Are you like in a general population?
It is so bad, Danny, that the guards wear rubber gloves, but we have to live in it.
Wow, that says it all, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, Joe.
It's absolutely crazy.
So, Joe, what are you gonna do?
I have no choice.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
This hangs up on us. I'll call you right back.
Okay.
If I have no choice, I'm kidnapped by our own fucking government.
So we know that Jeff Lowe is currently technically on the run. There's been a bench warrant issued for his arrest, and he's obviously not turned himself in, and it doesn't look like he has any plans to. Does this surprise you at all?
Okay, no. Does it surprise anybody to see his bullshit online about he's a millionaire, he's connected with all of these rich people and everything else, and the man couldn't show up to court and pay a $10,000 fine? But unfortunately, they probably won't extradite him from Oklahoma back to Nevada. And when they do get him in Nevada, Danny, they're going to keep him in Nevada, because before I got arrested, I was working with the district attorney out there to show him that he was trafficking tiger parts and he was trafficking tigers and gets a whole lot worse, but we're going to keep some of them cards to play in court. But, he's online telling everybody that Shaq's his partner now. Well, he forgot that I have Shaq's personal phone number, okay? Shaq wants nothing to do with a convicted felon and all this drama that Jeff is putting on Facebook. And when you've got the balls to put pictures of dildos and stuff on your Facebook and you're connected with a business, you're not a very good businessman, okay, first of all. But sex is all that man and his wife think about, because I put you in contact with some people to get you some screenshots, okay?
Right.
From some women, right? Because he's got this really bad habit of drugging women to have sex with them and searching through their shit while they're asleep.
Wow.
On the zoo. And that's what started turning me against even wanting to be at the zoo anymore, is because it wasn't about a memorial park, it wasn't about rescuing animals, it was about using baby tigers to lure girls so he could have sex with them. And it was about parking that Ferrari next to the tour road. So that way, every day when I did a tour with customers, they thought we were all millionaires. You couldn't raise any money because everybody thought you owned the Ferrari. But the Ferrari was parked there to lure in girls. The whole damn thing. He's a monster. I'm telling you, when you see these messages that I've got people sending you, you are going to shit the way that he treated female employees. And if you watch the video of the first time he was arrested out in Vegas, when the judge even says, "I don't feel safe with you on the street." But unfortunately, he made a plea deal with the district attorney, and the judge had to accept it. But see, now that he didn't show up for court and he's got a warrant for his arrest, the judge doesn't have to accept that shit anymore. And he'll never go turn himself in because he's never going to walk out of jail over there. The feds don't get him first, okay? And that's what we're working on right now, is for the truth and the real person that belongs in jail to be in jail, because it damn sure ain't me, dude. All I can do is plead to the listeners and the people that you're going to have watching and listening to this, to let justice prevail in a court, okay? I'm dying to see the day I get in front of a jury of my peers to hear all of the evidence that I had to exonerate me from all this, and I'm going to go home. There's going to be a lot come out, Danny, and people are going to be completely floored. And more people every day are seeing through the smoke screen as it is, okay? But this smoke screen is so thick, you wouldn't believe it. I don't believe it, and I'm involved in it. They have a very simple way of entrapping you to be involved in this, and I'm not the only one. Hell, they got 4 other employees so knee deep in this that it'll be a miracle if we all see daylight.
Right.
But when we do see daylight, the jury is going to see exactly how we were all set up for this.
What's the final message you want to get out there to the general public, something that you want them to know about all of this that is going down?
Trust very few people. It's a shame that in a world we live in today, and everybody knows me. I'm going to miss Thanksgiving dinner with the homeless this year. First time in 19 years I've not been able to cook for the homeless. It's a shame that you can't just open your heart to anybody and everybody in this world, in today's world. But keep your enemies close and your friends closer. But trust no one.
Well, Joe, we are going to be following you closely and following your story all the way. We wish you the best of luck, my brother.
Danny, you've always done me right, buddy. I appreciate your interest. I appreciate your concern. And tell all your listeners I love them. And don't judge me until I can show the evidence to be judged by myself.